magazine and not just soul and urban radio station. This thing had taken a personality of its own.
Right.
And that's Kendrick and Drake. And you're the first guy that you're the first person I've actually had that's in the industry. So when you heard it, what went through your mind?
About time. I'm tired of acting like they cool with each other.
And when you know they're not,
Yeah, man. Like, that's cool to me. Like, just speak how you really feel, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, about time, you know?
Did Drake take it too far? He's suing the man.
No, I mean, that sound like a Drake move to me.
But see, the thing, what I'm confused by is that so many people came for Drake, and especially some of the guys that I thought Drake was cool with because he had done music with him, he had been on their album, he had been on his.
Well, he's a musician and a businessman,
right?
In my eyes, so it's like if he's not in the public eye winning, you know, musically, he's going to get a win wherever he can.
Right.
I mean, this is a smart thing to do. Like,
right.
In my opinion, like I think they're playing it exactly how they're supposed to.
So you think this was orchestrated? You don't think this is they got real beef with this?
No, I don't think them with each other at all.
Oh, wow.
I don't think none of them like each other.
They tolerate each other, but they don't get down with each other.
It's just how the industry is, and like all of that's coming to an end now, and it's all like kind of like spilling out, and you're getting to see it. But this is also like wrestling as well. So the same people who are arguing can be like cool instantly. So it's like don't get too caught up on like, you know what I mean, the animosity part.
But
they'll be not them, but in general, people will be hugging later.
I think the thing was confusing for me is that I didn't think it would become to a situation where it would evolve into a lawsuit. Yeah. I thought we were talking about stuff, and I get, look, I understand from Drake because, like, bro, you called me a pedophile. Yeah. Now you got people looking at me sideways. Now, you know, you might be effing up my money with businesses because nobody wants to be associated with things like that.
Yeah.
But are you surprised that he took it to a lawsuit?
No.
Really?
No.
Come on. We ain't never. I can see if he stole his beat or his track or something, or he copied it, but sampled one of his tracks, but not this.
No, I'm not surprised.
Damn. And here's the thing, because what you're telling me, if I'm listening to you, if I hear it correctly, is kind of like what Cat. When Cat came on and said what he said, he opened what comedians already knew to be true, that a lot of us don't get along with each other. But Cat brought it to the forefront. You're saying, yeah, there are a lot of people that don't get along with each other, and they've been faking, they feel like they buddy. But what K-Dot and Drake did, they're like, I want everybody to see.
Right.
We really don't F with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They gonna be cool again?
I can't speak on that personally because I don't know. I'm just from a fan perspective, so I don't know.
There's a lot of what happened, okay? K-Dot had the summer of summers.
Yeah.
He got named. He's going to do the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Obviously, Lil Wayne's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
You got, Cash Money. You got No Limit. So you got Juvie. You got 504. You got Master P. You got Birdman. Yeah. You got all that. And what was your take when you heard that K-Dot was going to be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show?
I thought it was dope. I didn't put two and two together about the whole New Orleans thing until like I actually heard Wayne comment on it, and like it was crazy because Wayne really don't comment on nothing.
You know he does.
Yes. Back in the building with another podcast vlog. This is RiO Dope Podcast Vlog, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. Good morning. I'm running a little late, y'all. But y'all heard y'all opinion. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I want to say welcome home to RiO, the Young OG. If you don't know who RiO, the Young OG is, that's a Detroit-based artist that kind of like had a lot to do with Ghetto Boys, Peasy, and that whole little group of men. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Detroit. Detroit killing them right now on the music. But RiO is home, and RiO held it down. Good morning. Hey, if you just tap in, like this video, share this video. I'm trying to get in the algorithm. I'm here, y'all. I'm here with y'all till it's time for me to leave. So you got me for like 8 o'clock. But we got free again. Welcome home, RiO. RiO free. We got the boy Drake, Young Thug, a Diddy and Jay-Z update, and O Block 6 is back in court. That's what we ready to chop it up about. You know how they when you first get up in the morning, you got that little baggy, but you know, you wash your face and I look a little greased up, y'all. But listen, what up, everybody? Baltimore here. Yes, up, G man. What's good morning? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. I feel good, man. You know, running a little late, but yo, y'all, I'm gonna be on my screen between 6:30 a.m. and 6:45. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Sorry for the late, but I still got in here before 7. My thing is to get on before 7, practically 6:30, 6:45, just to lock y'all in. So listen, I gotta start out with Drake. I have to start out with Drake. Drake has done something that's never been done in the history of hip hop, bro. I cannot, you know, I know this Jay-Z thing is taking everybody for a loop. And everybody's talking about the Diddy, the Jay-Z thing, and millions of things going on. Man sentenced at almost 70 years for jumping on the judge. It's a bunch of stuff that's going on. But the Drake is still headline news, bro. He's just still like headline news because I can't, as a hip hop head and as a hip hop, because I never seen nobody sue. I'm talking about from the days of LL and Kool Moe D all the way to the Jay-Z and Nas and all these beefs that been in hip hop. AR Ab, Meek Mills, all these beefs that been in hip hop, bro. You know what I mean? All these beefs in hip hop, bro. Like, I've never seen a human being sue record companies because he lost a battle, bro. I just can't believe it. And nobody in hip hop can believe it. Like, this is history. Like, for the next 50 years, 49 years, when hip hop turned 100 years old, we got 49 years, well, 48 years before hip hop turned 100 years old. That will be talked about as like the worst, as the battle as an artist got crushed as an artist, and then an artist who just went to sue everybody. That's just like you get knocked out and wake up and you just start swinging on everybody. You know what I mean? It's like he don't have no sense. And he just collaborated with the NFL. Drake just did a collaboration. OVO has a collaboration with the NFL. NFL OVO collaborations, but he lost that battle. And I think he's doing all this to prevent the Super Bowl. But the good news is Roger Goodell in the NFL is still riding with Jay-Z. So Kendrick Lamar and that Super Bowl thing will be on. And when he get up there and say that, wah, I'm gonna get a bug. You know what I mean? When he get him, that's it. That's it, bro. That's it, man. And so Young Thug seen what happened to his brother and his other co-defendant. They got found not guilty. So you know Thug really want to give his time back and really want to do it. But Thug put in a motion to be allowed to go to Atlanta more. You know, he's born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's like being far away from home, not being able to go to your family. So I think the judge said they're going to loosen up after he serves 3 years of his probation. 90% of the world is done with probation after 3 years. Young Thug probation get loosened up. So they're not going to let him hang out in Atlanta. No matter what motions Jason put in. Like, nah, man. And no matter what, you know, he do, man. Young Thug, they're going to hold that rope to him. You know, that probation too fresh. Thug shouldn't even put in a motion for nothing. You know how dudes get out of jail and just think, hey, once I get out of jail, I'm going to start filing for these motions. Nah. I mean, I could see the judge trying to do something for him in 2026. I mean, you got to get a year in, do everything you're supposed to be doing, and just, you know, look like a good guy in front of him. But Young Thug copped out a bit too soon. He did, bro. He copped out a bit too soon, bro. You know what I mean? He copped out a bit too soon. A couple more weeks, Thugger, you would have thugged it out, and you would have been a free man, and you wouldn't have to worry about none of this. And you could definitely put those rat bastards out there. And they said, no, I'm leaving. What do you say? Drake is suck a bill shit. Yeah. Drake soft, man. You know that, bro. Everybody know Drake soft, man. Drake ain't gonna do nothing. Drake ain't gonna do nothing. Drake ain't gonna do nothing but cry. That's it. That's it, man. But yeah, man. So He's up there. He's up there doing his thing. And so now, you know, a lot of rappers at the end of the year are doing their end of the year reviews and doing their end of the year interviews. So a lot of rappers are just coming out and just saying how they feel about it. And nobody understands it. Nobody understands it. Nobody gets it. Nobody like respects it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody respects it at all. And that's tough. That's tough if you want to be a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Toting stuff like that. And, you know, rumors said, yo, after they did this, you know, they said they coming for Drake next. And I believe that, though. Do y'all? Do y'all? I believe that. I believe that. I believe that Drake's next. I don't know. They're not letting Drake get away with that lawsuit and accusing them people of cheating, even if they was doing it, putting them out there, opening up the door for more people. You know what I mean? I don't understand that, bro. Open up for more people to start complaining. So when a rapper or artist don't have their way, you know what I mean? When they don't have their way, they gonna say that the label pumping up the other joint. All right, come on. Hold up, because I gotta really do this. Let's go.
Larry Hoover threw.
I wonder what happened with Larry Hoover. I wonder what happened with Larry Hoover, man. Larry Hoover's supposed to be back to court. Is it not? Is it this month? Anybody in the description know when Larry Hoover supposed to go back to court? Oh, y'all don't follow that. I'm trying to find out something. Let me look. Let me look. Hold up. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment, man. You just tapped in. Hand 5,000 in the morning. Y'all know how it gets down. You know what I mean? All right, come on. Let's go.
When a major celebrity just gets accused of raping a minor in a bombshell lawsuit, we got to bring in a high-profile litigator. Enter Ben Chu, Johnny Depp's lawyer who famously represented him in a trial with competing claims of abuse. We are going to be breaking down right now the new claims and the legal warfare that's happening in the case of JAYZ. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. All right, so we want to continue this conversation on JAYZ and this massive lawsuit that he's now facing. It is still pretty shocking. The fact that a woman claims when she was 13 years old, she was raped by JAYZ, Sean Carter, and Sean Combs at a VMA's after party back in 2000. And if you haven't been following our coverage of this, this was a suit that was originally filed back in October by Texas attorney Tony Busby, and it didn't originally name JAYZ. This alleged attacker was only identified as Celebrity A, but depending on who you ask, there might have been a breakdown in the behind-the-scenes, maybe we say negotiations is the right word, regarding revolving the suit, because Busby ends up filing a lawsuit on his client's behalf, and now he has named JAYZ as a defendant in this amended complaint. Now, JAYZ.
Hold on, I was trying to find out that
he refused to be what he and his lawyers
old Block 6 update
or blackmailed by Tony Busby. In fact, in a statement in response to the lawsuit, JAYZ said in part, quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." And also said in his statement, "You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same." And then later he said, "I look forward to showing you just how different I am." Now, Busby also responded on X denying
bet.
the case, writing,
So,
"No one has made any."
I gotta get this the Diddy and JAYZ update.
Instead, our firm sent a standard demand.
Hit that. Come on, man. I got one like in here, man. Come on. I got a lot of stuff for you. I got one like in here. Come on, like this video. Like this video. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. So if you don't know, just to piggyback, RiO the Young OG is a Detroit, Michigan artist, and he's free from jail. He had 3 years, and he came home. You heard about different artists, especially Peasy, talking about him. He's free from jail, and from my understanding, he held Peasy down. He did a lot with their music. He was making money off of. He kind of like got the game. That brother is free from jail, man. Go check out his music. And I tell y'all this too. If you want to know what's in my headphones, I've been listening to a shout out to Dave Blunts. Because I play Dave Blunt's music, and usually when you play an artist's music, they hit you with the copyright. So me and Dave Blunt's is kind of like sharing the revenue. So I could play Dave Blunt's music, and we just share the revenue off the content, especially if I have a whole joint with playing his music. You know what I mean? How y'all doing today, man? If you just tapped in, I'm from Baltimore City, man. I don't know what the weather like, but I got to get up in the mountains of PA today, drive up in the mountains of PA today. But, again, Young Thug, he's got this petition in. They just gave some new stuff in 2027. He'll be able to visit Atlanta, such and such and such and such and such and such. Young Thug should have got found guilty and been able to do what the F he want. That's just how I feel, man. That's how I feel. And I've been seeing people still interviewing Woody. But it's this one guy, right, that I got to get into. I never, ever, ever brought this up, right? I never ever brought this up on my podcast. Like, I never on the vlog enough. I never covered the guy. I watch him a lot, and I never spoke on him. But this guy is bananas. Andrew Tate. I mean, Andrew Tate, some of his opinions I agree with. Totally agree with. And some of the stuff, I say he's off the meat racket. And the things that him and his brothers been accused of, man, it's like a celebrity charade. So I just want to get a little bit into just the life of Andrew Tate, where he come from, who he is, and talk a little bit about his point of view. And if y'all in the comment box, man, tell me if you feeling it. You know what I mean? Tell me if you feeling it, man. I just got to give you update on this guy. This guy makes money. This guy's got a universe. This guy doing everything that we supposed to do. I feel like. So, oh man, what's up? I like to get into this. People put out thousands of reels, mom. I was looking to his operation and his business and the way that he do things is, boy, definitely different. He definitely different. Before you comment about somebody, you got to do your research. And I do a little research on the guy. And his point of view is like, it's different, bro. I promise you, it's different. You know what I mean? I promise you, he loses his mind. You know what I mean? Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is Andrew Tate is kind of sort of, in the same deal as, Jay and Diddy, but he been, they been going out of the country catching him. He just been all over the world doing what he do, but it's tough because it's not new, it's not update, but this is what, kind of sort of what he's charged with. He's out. I mean, his brother, they're out. They run like us. Let's just hear about it. Cause this is what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Later on my video, my eyes might be a little bit about different
trial on charges of rape and human trafficking.
This is Andrew Tate.
Is our Eastern Europe correspondent Sarah Rainsford. Escorted by armed police, Andrew Tate, the notorious internet influencer, was taken in for questioning today. Surrounded by cameras and protesting his innocence all the way. It followed this early morning raid on the home he shares with his brother in Bucharest. Police had to scale the walls to get in. The Tates had installed steel doors to make life harder. 3 other properties were raided and searched for 10 hours. The man, who has a massive online following, a self-proclaimed misogynist, is already awaiting trial here in Romania, charged with human trafficking and rape. Now, prosecutors have announced a new investigation, including into sex with a minor and trafficking underage persons. Andrew Tate denies that. Romanian police spent hours searching the Tate brothers' home, and they've now spent hours more questioning them here at the Serious Crime Agency. The investigators have made it clear that there are several very serious new allegations, but Andrew Tate has already dismissed everything on social media as some kind of conspiracy. Now, in here, in person, Andrew Tate learned exactly what he's accused of and that he's being remanded in custody. His lawyer says details of the case aren't being made public yet by prosecutors. Mr. Tate, what do you say about the latest allegation?
Wait till you see. They say I've lover boyed the mother of my children. We've tricked them into having kids.
But he will spend tonight behind bars, and prosecutors may apply to keep him there while the investigation continues. Sarah Rainsford, BBC News, Bucharest.
Okay. So he's charged with rape. Okay, he charged with rape. Rape serious allegation. So Andrew Tate makes all this money. Now Andrew Tate, I'm just, I watch his stuff. I watch his stuff. Like everybody, every fool, every idiot, every a-hole has what you call a moment of spotlight. You know what I'm saying? They have a moment of spotlight, and him maybe come off as a guy that maybe entertain stuff like that. Cause man, come on, bro. Like, but we just go. I'm gonna think more to the crates of this guy. I mean, it's the man in court one day ago.
Attending these court dates and completely loses it with that reporter that keeps making negative articles about him still, even after the recent situation of Black losing most of their evidence.
I don't care. It's the amount of shit you said about us. So from the absolute bottom of my heart, I couldn't believe it. Genuinely. Post shit about us for years. And we did it worse than you, bro.
What you talking about? What is what?
Human trafficking. No, we used to. We used to now when this one's. Now when this one's.
What's the latest? Well, today Andrew and Tristan appeared in Romanian court to determine if they would officially stand trial for trafficking and organised crime charges still. However, a panel of 2 appeal judges have postponed the decision as usual until the 19th of December. Their fate now rests in the hands of the judges, so there is still some stuff to need to clear up with this case. Prosecutors sent a file to the Court of Appeal, and judges are pushing forward with the case and plan on taking the Tates to trial if they can. I'll keep you guys posted.
So them over in Romanian, they ain't playing with Andrew Tate, but he's out on bail. You know what I'm saying? He's out. Him and his brother, they're out. They're out. You know what I'm saying? They're out. They're outside. You get what I'm saying? They're home. You know what I mean?
This is Andrew Tate's right-hand man.
But I got you know what I mean? I got to listen to him.
Felicitations! Well done, well done. Truth, let them free. I moved to Romania 10 years ago, and I found an amazing country full of beautiful people. And I told the whole world about Romania. If you mention the name Romania anywhere in the world, they'll say, Andrew Tate lives there, Andrew Tate lives there. I've done nothing but promote this country. I've done nothing but say fantastic things about Romania. And when I did this, everyone told me, if Romania is so nice, if it's so safe, it's so beautiful, why has it got such a bad reputation? And I said, well, there's probably a few bad actors, a few bad people who destroyed the entire reputation. Like the few fools at TATE who just came along and told us that the mothers of our children are somehow human trafficked. I've been nice. I've been patient. I played the game. I've respected the judiciary. I've gone to every appointment on time. But they busted my house again. And now I'm saying 35 people. You know, all 30 of those girls, 30 of them, have statements in our defense. 30 say absolutely nothing wrong. Two more of the mothers of our children. and 2 more have never been in other countries and made them sign pieces of paper. This is a setup. It's absolutely disgusting. Fair play to that judge who saw through the bullshit and let us free. And also, one more thing. The media is complicit. All of you are. When they first threw us in fucking jail, when they first put us in there, you're all running around saying human trafficker. None of you said, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Where's the pictures? Where's the videos? None. 3 years later, they do the same fucking bullshit. And you're all sitting there going, human trafficking. I know a human trafficker clearly. If you human traffic someone, there is evidence. This is a setup. It's a stitch up. The 3 prosecutors at D-Call in my house, I said, why are you here? There's no case. They said, there's a case if we make one. This is a fucking setup. All of it is. And listen, quiet. I'm not talking to you, sir. Be quiet. Be quiet. This is a setup. It is done on purpose. And it's designed to come up with heinous possible crimes to slander our name. And every single Romanian citizen should be disgusted that they are spending millions of euros wasting their time trying to put innocent men in jail instead of fixing the roads, fixing the hospitals, fixing this country. You have a beautiful country full of beautiful people. And 3 idiots at D-Call have fucked everything. Ask for money laundering. Sure, I'll approach that. Money laundering, no problem. Supposedly we're money launderers because we buy luxury goods and we try and hide that we buy luxury goods for other people and hide our money. If you buy your girlfriend a handbag, they charge you with fucking money laundering. This is disgusting. Disgusting. We have children. This is disgusting. Thank you.
I think I like that guy. I think I like him. I think I like the guy. I'm just being honest with you. I think I really like the guy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't fuck with him if he wants some rape shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. If he raping chicks and they find and prove that beyond the reasonable doubt, I can't mess with it. But man, I like them dudes that man stand up, bro. You know what I mean? I don't be joking. This is when he get his access back. You know what I mean? I like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that us in the black community, bro, like, bro, from out of the country in a whole nother country that he's not from, is anyone in 10 years and really leaning like you gotta stand up for yourself. That's a tip JAYZ on.
His assets back. Literally the next day he was in court again. The police was not happy. He went off on a reporter basically talking about how rich he is. This was an interesting conversation.
I'll be perfectly honest with you, and I mean this in the most humble way possible. I am filthy rich. So I have no fucking idea what they took, how much it was. 50 grand, 60 grand, pocket change. I have no idea what they took. It doesn't change my life. If I get it back, I'm gonna drive around at night. When I get all my cash back, I'm gonna drive around at night. I'm gonna find people who sweep the roads, and I'm just gonna give it to them. I don't need it.
All day.
I operate in the millions and billions. You know, I don't deal with change. So anything less than 10M doesn't really affect the look of my bank account.
Today, basically, the Tate brothers were allowed to take home 7 of the supercars that were taken, and tomorrow the brothers will provide the necessary documents which will allow them to repossess the rest of the supercars that were taken by Geico. I think this is just the start of some good news that is going to come for the Tate brothers over the next couple of weeks, as his case is falling apart, but they're desperate to put him behind bars, so you never know what's going to happen. This guy, it seems, was not joking at the start when he talks about that money being nothing to him. He's gone and bought another supercar recently for $4 million that's being shown off on air.
Vicious. I know that's a rich motherfucker. This is a motherfucker you want to talk about. Because he's saying what he got to say. All right, bro, on it, bro, on. You know what I mean? Let's go, bro. Like, I'm just knowing he not doing that. A girl got mad at him and lied on the dummy. Oh, that sound more like it. He ain't even a wild nigga like that.
See, the thing about it, you know what, honestly, I don't know. I've heard of Andrew Tate. I don't follow him. Once again, damn. There's a message for everybody. I believe Andrew Tate's more of a, like, I know he's a little bit rough around the edges about being a man. Shit. I don't really know what it is, so it's hard for me to answer the question, but I know that there's people who need that, people who want that. That's why he's actually, I guess, he's a pretty famous dude right now. So there's people who actually like that kind of message. So there's, like I said, there's a David Galvin for people, there's an Andrew Tate for people, there's an Oprah for people.
Yeah.
There's a voice for every kind of genre you want out here. So obviously some people like it, that's their genre. I don't know them. So one thing I won't do is I won't speak ill of people. I just don't know them at all. So and unlike Dan Crenshaw, I'm not gonna run my mouth about something I don't even fucking know about. So I don't know Andrew Tate, but I do know this, man. I do know this. A lot of people like what he's saying, and a lot of people hate what he's saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. That's what I like about it. I like that this motherfucker right here, he ain't doing the Navy SEAL shit. Oh, you don't like David Goggins? I don't know him, but neither do I. I don't know him at all, but neither do I. No, this motherfucker saying, look, dude, like it or not, this is my fucking opinion, and that's what it is. Which very few men do ever do they have their own opinion. Like you teed up fucking Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw could have said what we're about to talk about. He could have said, no, man, I think this motherfucker shit's pretty legit. But no, he bit off on what you were doing. He said, hey, man, no, I can see there's something there that's not really good, so I'm going to say exactly what I think you want me to say. Andrew Tate don't say that shit. He says what's on his fucking mind. And that's what's lost in this fucking world, which is why I get so passionate and why I called your ass up. Because if something was wrong with David Goggins, I'm going to let you fucking know. Judge me, motherfuckers. So be it. Bring it.
I like that.
Yeah, so I like Andrew Tate for that shit.
I mean, he's a tough guy, bro. He's a tough guy, bro. 100 million, boy. He's a tough guy, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. If you listen to Andrew Tate, you know, I'm just catching up with the guy. You know, he makes some points. He makes some real valid points. You know, everybody that make valid points sometimes can go off the meat racket. They can flatter themselves and just get going on the meat racket. But you know what I'm saying? Like, from everything that I've been watching and everything that I've been looking up and doing my research, he got some points. You get what I'm saying? He has some points. I have to honestly say 45% of the shit he talking makes sense. You know what I mean? I might even have to say more than that. I have to say 65%. When it comes to certain things, the boy got crazy points. And just studying the dude, and I always believe that, bro. You gotta say what you mean to me, what you say, stand on business. If people like you or not, and that's how I feel about the president. I feel like Trump. Ain't the worst, the most racist person, the most craziest person. He's just an upfront person, and people don't like upfront people. People hate upfront people. Like people want the truth sugar-coated and mixed with. They want the truth to be tampered with. They want the truth and reality to be handed down to them easy. I'm one of the people that can watch a movie after you tell me what's going on and still be into it. You get what I'm saying? Your eyes, not my eyes. You know what I mean? You might be telling me what's going on, but you might have missed something in that movie that I gotta tell you. Yo, did you see this part? You get what I'm saying? So, that's just how it is, yo. Everybody ain't gonna hush hush. You know what I'm saying? People speak their mind, and ain't nothing wrong with speaking your mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? Speaking mind, because you know where when people speak their mind and give you their honest opinion, you know where they stand at. You don't have to worry about them. You don't have to second guess. Hey, Andrew Tate, he feels this way about life. He feels this way about women. He feels this way about government. When you see him, he doesn't have a problem with expressing the way that he feels. He's not hiding the way that he feels. And there are people that I respect. It's like the President Trump. He say something was on his mind, he gonna say it, whether you like it or not. Just know you didn't get a half a story. You heard it from the horse's mouth the way that they wanted to say it. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like the guy. For so far, what I see to what I hear, I like the guy. And like I said, it's 65% of the stuff that he do, man, I agree. It's that 35%, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm human and I'm a man. I'm human and I'm a man. I don't have to agree with everything somebody do. And after just doing my own research and just looking at a lot of shit, I agree. You know what I mean? Some stuff I don't agree. That's just the human nature. That's what we have the right to do. Agree to disagree to agree. You get what I'm saying? But, everything in it. But just playing these clips, man. The boy is crazy. You know what I mean? The boy and his brother. I gotta look into his brother. You know, Andrew takes the name. You know what I mean? They said a man offers to fight him. You know what I mean? And then he had it was crazy that I was looking at something called the War Room, where he brought all his fans in there. Yeah, man ain't supposed to agree all day, young champ. I like that. That's one thing that separate me from a lot of people in the world. I'm like, yes, man. If I feel as though that, like, listen, I don't have an answer to every question. I'm not that type of person. I don't think before I think before I react. Let me correct that. I don't have to answer all those questions, and I thoroughly think before I react. And I listen before I react. You get what I'm saying? And I control my emotions before I react. You know what I mean? That's just me. You get what I mean? And I had to learn that along the way. But he sent all these guys, 100 guys, to the war room. And then he told them, all y'all gonna fight. Everybody in here gonna fight a professional fighter without training, you know what I mean, getting ready. Just to see if you're a man and you got heart. You know, some of the dudes that wasn't on a yes man tip didn't do it. Some of the dudes went in there and did it and, you know, got whatever his reward was for doing it. But in that same meeting, you seen dudes who pay all this money to be around this guy who made it to his war room. Then he say, man, you about to go and fight a professional fighter without no training. You know what I mean? That's what he told him in the war room. Y'all can Google it. Everybody about to get a fighter, and they watching. The one dude got knocked out, had to go get sent to the hospital. Like professional dudes is beating on gloves that want to fight all that. He wants you to go in there. You just think you're going to the war room to do things and have exquisite time. You pay $5,000 for your seat and you going to fight. That's the type of shit that Andrew take on, bro. You know what I mean? And that's crazy because I would have been like, bro, man, what the fuck you playing with, Andrew? You know what I mean? But you're supposed to be ready at all times. But his concept of that, what I got out of it, you're supposed to be ready at all times. You know what I mean? So I gotta watch that joint with him and Candace Owens. You know, anybody see that one? That came out 3 months ago. I got to hear their opinion at each other. I got them.
Candace, here's my theory. I believe that the elites are aiming for clinical retardation. I'm not kidding. I believe that if somebody produced a study right now and said, don't drink water, 50% of people in the world would perish. They would die because they would suddenly just stop drinking water because the data says don't drink water. And obviously, I've showed you guys many times in my podcast, my favorite clip on the internet this year, because it explains exactly my philosophy in life. It's the reason why we designed the second edition of the Standis Cups to say, don't care, built different. It's very important for you guys to take a listen to Andrew Tate explaining what we can garner from the data, as he says. Take a listen.
I'm glad I'm super rich. You know, now that I'm super rich, I get to be one of those crazy rich guys who acts unusual. And they're like, oh, he's a bit eccentric, but he's rich, so he gets away with it. Like wearing a microphone on his chest. Everyone else puts a suit on, hides the microphone. I was like, get a microphone, bro. Don't care. Built different. Don't care. One of my habits now is ignoring all data. It's great. I love when people come to me and say, actually, we've got the data to prove what? What are you going to prove to me? I can prove to you that the ice caps are melting. There's ice in my water right now. I'm going to leave the water unattended until the ice melts. Will the water overflow out of the cup? No. Why are all the richest, most important people in the world who are pushing this scam buying beachfront homes? Oh, but the data says. The data's from the Matrix, and you are the Matrix, and the Matrix is full of lies. Anyone who actually analyzes the data nowadays proves there's
hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, boy. The boy Andrew Tate. Welcome home, Young OG Rio, Young Thug Files for some motion in Atlanta, and Drake just being a bitch. You feel me? But Andrew Tate is on a chopping block right now, man. I'm listening at them and studying Andrew Tate. Leave a comment in the comment box, man. Tap in with me. Hand 5,000 in the morning. Let's go.
And then there was extremely intelligent people like me who said, I don't trust these motherfuckers. And we both didn't get the jab. All the people in the middle were like, well, the data says, the news said. They wouldn't just make us all take a jab for no reason. Jabby jab, jabby jab. If you even look at data nowadays, you're a dumbass. You should just know. Street smart people don't need data. We've just been around. You know? I've just been around. I just know things because I've just been around on the street. Somebody's trying to give you something for free so desperately, it's probably a trap. When you're street smart like me, you're on the corner. You, your boys, some bitches. Guy comes up to you, goes, "You want a hamburger?" Not really. Hamburger's good for you. You don't eat, you'll die. Yeah. You should really have this hamburger. I don't want it. If you don't have this hamburger, you're going to lose your job. We're going to lock you in your house. I don't trust him or his hamburger. Why were you people like, well, do you have a study about this hamburger? You have some data on the hamburger? Oh, it says that protein's good for you. Give it to me. Dumbass. The guy who bought the hamburger is trying to force it down your neck, pull the study out.
It's perfect. We're going to jump right into a conversation. I've watched it too many
Andrew Tate. Different. You know what I mean? Andrew Tate is just different, bro. He different, bro. What y'all think, man? Hit the notification button, hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. O Block 6. What's going on with O Block 6 Moowop and them? Did they get their time already? Is the time delayed till next year? What's going on with O Block 6? O Block 6 is in the joint. You know, they the group of dudes from Chicago, from the infamous neighborhood O Block, and they were convicted. 6 of them were convicted of FBG Duck murder, and they all up for sentencing. One of them that they said will probably give some of his time back is Moowop. You know, if you follow that case, you can kind of see that they kind of don't got nothing on Moowop, but they still found Moowop guilty. But those guys, if they haven't been since, I'm not sure. Leave it in the comment box. Yes, I do. I ain't a PH gamer. I ain't a PC yet. You know what I mean? But I'm a Xbox Madden guy. You know what I mean? But these guys was found guilty of this crime. You know, if you follow the case, some of them they had hardcore evidence on things like Moowop and another guy they couldn't really play. It's like 4 of them they got by the balls, and it's like 2 of them. Moowop definitely, and there's another one I can't remember because you know what I mean. Once you know, it's crazy the way the world go. But if you're not in the person's circle, media, family, once you convicted and tried and sent to jail, you know what I'm saying. You pretty much forgot about it, unless it's your loved ones and people that fuck with you in the media bring you up. So the old block thing, just as quick as it, you know, came out, is over with. And that's like a lot of cases in the world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cases in the world should be over with. Like me, you know what I'm saying? I caught a case before. You know what I'm saying? I caught a case before and it was over with. It was over with for me for a while. And you know what I mean? Dudes might take that the wrong way, but man, you caught a case, you got times, it's over with for you until that sentence is done, until them people let you go. You know what I mean? They say, man, luxury car season. This is all old stuff that I'm meant to. So Andrew Tate is saying he's from the streets. That's the first time for that. Oh, the other white boy I heard to say that he was from the streets was 1090 Tate. You know, I know white boys just from the streets that go hard. You know what I mean? But we go. He lays all over the. I gotta play this clip again. That's some messages. Yeah, so Andrew Tate is a funny motherfucker. It's not gonna lie.
I think we've got to guess what's going live. So let's have your opinions on this man. Andrew Lugner.
What kind of game do you post? I don't post no gamers, bro. Like, let me get into this before I answer that question. 1 second, but hit that like button for me. But I play Madden, bro. I play on the Xbox. I play on the Xbox. I play on the Xbox, bro.
Women.
I'm an Xbox. Serious one.
Whatever
one. Black one and the white one. I got them all. I got all the Xbox. But it's crazy. Let me get into this. Hold up. Pause my man, GT. I like video games per Xbox or PlayStation. Cool as fuck. But lately, you know what I'm saying? I've been met for the last couple of years. I should been messing with them boxes, the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid growing up. I was a Sony dude, Dreamcast dude, all that. But just like the last 5 years, I've been an Xbox guy. Like I like the Xbox. I like the graphic. I like it. You know what I mean? And my main game that I play 24/7, 365 is Madden. Or I'll play a word game or something like that. But I'm a Madden, GTA and Madden, I know how to really play that. I know how to play 2K, but I ain't really into 2K. But Madden and GTA will be my favorite two games. And I'm trying to learn how to play Call of Duty. But Madden and 2K, any type of like skateboard or bike game and shit like that. And it's like a lot of old games just like that, doing wheelies and riding through mountains and doing different tasks. I like games like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Racing car games, you know what I'm saying? I love car games. Need for Speed was one of my favorite games, bro. You know what I'm saying? I said Need for Speed was my shit. Oh, and I like UFC. Hold up, y'all. My fault. Madden, Grand Auto Theft, and UFC are my 3 favorite games. And then if I'm bored or something, I could do Need for Speed or any type of bike or dirt bike game or skateboard game. You know what I'm saying? Like any of that type of shit, I'm cool with that. Let me hear my man. You take opinion on this.
They're making it easy on them.
Can I say something? I really have a message to all the young girls out there. Okay, it's not about, let's not do the blame game because it's not going to do anything for anyone. It's, you've got the power. Okay, this is your life. You've got the power. My mother always told me that the man is the head and the woman is the neck. You can be smart. You can be educated. Don't waste your time. Don't take away your power by just going on Instagram, being an influencer, not doing anything with your life. And don't play the victim. Be nobody's victim. You know what I mean? That's
right.
Yeah, that's my thought.
And I was a bit more. It's also the men's fault because they invest in these.
It's always the men's fault. Wallah. That's I mean, it's the old truth. Yeah.
It's a societal issue. If I'm a girl and if I'm a vulnerable 15-year-old girl with no money and I can either go to school and get a long education, or there's a guy that's going to pay for my flights and my rent if I just post a thirst trap. You're speaking to vulnerable people, not just educated people.
Yes, but you have a choice. Do you die screaming like a little girl, or do you die with dignity?
Can I just intercept with one thing? You made a good point about 5 minutes back. You did say you go to like Jordan, Israel, Afghanistan, India, or something. The women are poor. They have nothing. Maybe no father's been killed. They have nothing. Yet you don't see them act that way.
But they have a different form of
that's a like.
They marry, even if a guy's 20 years older than him, they'll marry into him when she's 15 years old because they're in survival mode. So I think what we're neglecting is if men stop investing in these girls, these OnlyFans girls, and start investing in the good girls, there's more motivation to be good. But if I was a 14-year-old in this day and age, I'd be like, I'm just going to work out and get a BBL and get a shortcut.
Keep it in the G News. What up, General? My brother. Make sure y'all follow Keeping It in G News, man. Y'all know, if y'all don't already know, y'all know. So I always bring my brother up, man. What up, General? He the general, what he do? That's the general. I mean, I'm Cabo on this hip hop tip. That's the general, man. What up, man? Good morning, brother.
It's no different to a job. We've normalized it to the point where it just feels like a job for these women. And I think that when I was saying to them when I was younger and before, if you were noticed in my culture, Pakistan, you grew up in Luton,
So this girl said, let me put this on pause. So I'm watching this, right? And this girl, grew up in Pakistan, and she said that, the way they country go. Then let me let y'all ride with. Can you hear me now? I put the mic down. My fault. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me clear? All right, so let me ride out. So this is what this woman is right now. What's holding you back from getting the woman you desire? So this is Andrew take on things. Now, like I said, I told y'all 65% of the stuff that Andrew Tate talk about, I agree. 35% I don't agree. I think he's a wild dude. So like I said, and he haven't been found guilty of nothing yet. But here go a woman that's sitting on here saying, because this is going to play as this in the Diddy and the Jay-Z situation. And I'm just saying this is my opinion. Here go a girl say that at 15 years old, the way things happen in Pakistan and Afghanistan, that the way a girl that's 15 years old, 15, 16 years old might, marry a dude 2 times her age because, the way it go, a mother, father might be dead, the family might be messed up. They just in the streets and they looking for a way. You get what I'm saying? And nobody's looking down on that, right? That's out the country. Andrew Tate in them is going to get their opinion. And the other girl saying, if you get one girl saying, go to school and, do this, but it's hard. And the other girl saying, if you hard and your family messed up, why go to school and waste your time and do all that when you can get a guy to buy you this and that and, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So this is two opinions. This is opinion in our lingo. This is opinion with some ignorant people might look like at a whore versus a grown woman. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's finish listening to it. But this is all about, I just wanted y'all to ride with me. This live is all about, like I told y'all, man, welcome home, RiO the Young OG. Young Thug filed the paperwork in court to get some type of leniency. This ain't going to happen in 2027. And Drake just a bitch. You get what I'm saying? That's it. A little update on JAYZ and Diddy. But yeah, let's get their friends what they saying.
I wouldn't be able to get married. But now these girls are getting married to rappers. They're having kids with rappers. A stripper is getting married. So what motivation is left for young women when men are dropping their standards in terms of promiscuity? They don't mind a promiscuous woman anymore.
I don't think men are ever going to stop wanting to see bikini pictures. You know what I mean? It's not going to change. That's why I'm saying it's up to us. Like I'm saying, we really need to make the effort because we are the mothers. You know what I mean? I just feel like we're taking away from our power. And I agree with you in what you're saying because, yes, a lot of girls don't have opportunities, X and Y. That's why I think it's all about education. Yeah. You find a lot of wrong things going on in society, mostly in the poorer areas as well. So it is really all about education, I think.
Yeah, but I do think that's a privilege.
I think the term is, like Andrew has mentioned before on podcast, godless. Godless society.
There's a huge split. What we're discussing here is
hey, go Andrew, take opinion.
The things we're discussing here, the idea of women, like you're saying, having a reputation and promiscuity being frowned upon, all those things make perfect sense here. The idea of a woman sticking to education and not getting a bad reputation and working hard, that makes sense here. But in Miami, it's godless. It's completely a godless city.
If I don't believe in God, praise be to God, I do. But if I didn't have the idea that God's watching me, what motivation as a young girl with a great body and great looks would I have to go the long route to getting success when there's a man willing to pay me 2-3 grand just for a feet pick? So why don't we address?
So she's saying, why would I go and do all that when a man to pay me 2-3 thousand to hang with?
He has it all. Why would you become Muslim when you have everything? Why would he want to limit himself in a way? So surely God's given us brains or ways to think. What is life about? What's the purpose?
It's God watching. Yeah. It's not just God watching. Oh, I'm gonna go to hell. You know what I mean? I think it goes beyond that. I mean, you still have a brain. God created you with a brain. You should still have principles without that. But I think even when it comes to, yes, education is a privilege. But nowadays the real influence is on social media. And any kid in Gaza, there's an amazing
social media is tough.
God bless him. Like, he's on social media. He's an influencer. You know what I mean? Even if a kid in Gaza has access to social media, then we can have influence. That's why we need more women role models.
Yeah, definitely need that.
And then the influencers will also become
I agree with that.
less and less because girls will see, well, you know what? I do have another chance. I do have another option.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think the broader question is, this is what.
So basically, these women are on there, they're giving like I said, they both giving their perspective of, how things should be. You know what I'm saying? They're giving their perspective. They saying that if, in some of these foreign countries like Gaza some of these countries that's messed up, because in the United States, women run around saying certain things, but in these certain countries, it's all about just their body. So she's saying, what if some of these countries had the internet? What if some of these countries could do certain things? You know what I mean? The women will be more powerful. So that's just what I'm getting out of it. But if I'm not getting the right thing out of it, y'all let me know in the comment box what y'all think. But this is just me just learning Andrew Tate. You know what I mean? This was about, because I just think he's an interesting guy. I see a lot of rails and stuff, seen a couple of his podcasts, but then it's just like yesterday when I was on my way back home, I was listening to a lot of his shit, and I said, yo, I gotta really dig into the crates. Who is this dude? Where he come from? What's his opinion? Why is he making all this money? Why do we got all these people following him? And you know what I'm saying? I've been understanding it, and I'm kind of like getting to the nitty gritty with it. Let's go.
Two very intelligent ladies. Why do you think society is trying to program women to act this way? Because I believe society is trying to, especially in the West, it's trying very hard. We're talking about the advantages of a girl doing OnlyFans.
Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment.
Why is all the culture, all of society, the matrix as a whole, trying to destroy the baseline morality of humans, men and women? Because they're trying to convince men not to be men. Everything that was traditionally masculine, everything I've said has got me canceled. They try to ruin my life for saying a man should be a man. And if you say a woman should be a woman, then she should protect herself and protect her access to herself, and she should not allow men to just view her naked, etc., then you're somehow demonized. And they want to put Cardi B in place instead, where she's saying that everything that a woman can get naked, and that's fantastic, and anyone who disagrees with it is it slut shaming? Is that called a thing? Shaming. So why is society doing this to men and women? That's the real question.
Well, I think if you were breaking down the home, the best and quickest way to do that is attacking the woman. And there's more money in lonely, sad women. We consume everything. So if I get to a certain age and I'm not married, I'm going to be more likely to be on prescription drugs. I'm going to be more likely to attend to surgery. I'm going to be more likely to...
Did y'all hear her? She said it's money and lonely, sad women. That's what she said. It's money and lonely, sad women. Listen to that.
More money and to destroy the home and make people dependent on... then your God becomes social media. When you don't have a God and you don't have a stable home, your God becomes society. The laws determine your morality. And the quicker they can get you to believe that God doesn't exist and the law is your source of morality, the quicker they can control you.
I think there's definitely an agenda for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. But I think the only way to fight it is to stick to, to have discipline, to not follow, like, last year I made a decision. I went on my Instagram. I was like, okay, I myself am following some influencers. So I was like, unfollow. Just be more aware of your lifestyle and your surroundings and your friends and what you're consuming on Netflix. You know what I mean?
Do you guys follow girls on Instagram?
No, they fixed that for me. Like deleting me from the platform. Do you have it? Yeah, it has MySpace. Yeah, MySpace.com. That's what I say.
Honestly,
I
only follow my wife. Yeah, and actually look now because with the podcast, I'm probably I think.
You want to reserve my Uber ride?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm feeling them, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because just now, though, with the whole media and everybody exploit the man to be, I'm watching some videos. I'm watching videos, man. I've been up for a while. So I watched about 30 videos, shorts and shit, and just tapping in to the 10-minute, 15 videos. And the man doesn't sound like an overall idiot. And one thing that he said, man, they don't want a man to be a man and they don't want a woman to be a woman. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of society and people try to demasculate a man. When a man say certain things, he's crazy. When a man react a certain way, he's crazy. When a man say that he don't want certain things around his kids, he's crazy. If a man react to a certain thing, he's crazy. Everything is like the world. When we was little, some of us guys, out here that's over 35, when we was little, even over 40, even over 50, when we was little, bro, a man's word was a man's word in household. I don't care if it was your uncle, your grandfather, or your father, bro. Like, I didn't grow up in an environment where women just went off the meat racking on men. And I didn't grow up in an environment where older men was going off the meat racking on women. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather used to really put the check on the table. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Date. My grandfather used to come home and really put the check on the table, bro. And my grandma used to talk on the phone a lot, but every day his food was cooked, bath water was cooked, everything. He put the check on the table. He put the check on the table, bro. You know what I mean? My grandmother, he put the check on the table. But guess what? After the passing of my grandmother, I found out that my grandfather was cheating for years. Bro, I had no indication, bro, that I was living. The man was, I can't even tell you how I can't even tell you how personally my grandfather, you know what I mean? I can't even tell you how he was moving because he was on deck for everything. Everything, like the water leak, everything, fixed everything. He was home every night, ate with us, took us out, he did different stuff, bro. He was always there. And after my grandmother passed, I was probably like 11 years old, I think. And when I was about 17, many years after she passed, man, I heard the stories about her. Nowadays, if a mother doing something or a father doing something, the kid know what's going on. The kid know what's going on. Like I was a kid, bro, and I had no clue, bro. No clue. I ain't heard no. Now my mother and father, when I was a kid in the 80s, they were shooting the fair one. So I can honestly say that my mother and father started the fair one, but my grandmother, I didn't know what was going on. And my great grandmother, I didn't know nothing that was going on in her life. Like, I mean, she told us a lot of stories, but when it came to, I never met my great grandfathers. You get what I'm saying? They both, passed away before I was, born. You know what I'm saying? Or I was born and they just passed away. I just never remember them. You know what I'm saying? But just my regular grandparents. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it, bro. Like, I mean, it was different. It was really different. You know what I'm saying? Like if we did something and a man corrected us in the family, a woman didn't do crazy stuff. You get what I'm saying? They didn't intervene in that. They didn't fuss in that. They didn't. If everybody was there, people eating crabs, and you was a kid and you were playing, and boy, you came back, jerked all up, and walk to your peoples. Nobody ain't asked them, why did you hit my son? Why did you do that? They told you, Sarah, that boy was around there throwing rocks. Or Mississippi, I caught him, he bust my window. Or he was around there fighting, or he was around there cussing. And what they do, they grabbed you from that person, they disciplined you and sent you to your room, or told you go sit down. Nowadays, the parents is going to fight or call the police, and the kid be totally wrong. Real talk, real talk, real talk. And that just be coming from women overstepping their boundaries. Because man, if a man is focused on what a woman's supposed to do, he's out of order. If a female is focused on what a man's supposed to do, she out of order. It comes time in each one of our lives that you'll be a single person. You will be a single person, right? You could be a single mom, single dad. You will handle your business. When you combine with somebody, it's a place. If you by yourself, for women, for example, if you by yourself and your woman and you being a mom and a dad, that's your position. You know what I mean? If you a guy and you just being the mom and the dad because the mother's not there, that's your position. When you collaborate, you know what I'm saying? Like the fingers all work together. Like if you don't have one of your fingers, you'll realize how important they work together. So if all your fingers and your mouth and your teeth, everything work together. So if you're in a relationship, you work together. Your hands don't do what your mouth do. You know what I mean? Your eyes don't do what your feet do. It don't. Your eyes don't do what your feet do. But they work together. You know what I'm saying? They work together to make it make sense. So if you a man and you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage, as long as you doing what a man doing and you don't have a woman trying to demasculate you, you know what I'm saying? You in the right place. If you're a woman and you got a man trying to defeminize you, trying to do all the things that you do, you know what I'm saying? Spending time, you know what I mean, in the kitchen, baking pies and stuff like that. But it's a bunch of trash piling up outside. You get what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Your car has a flat, a bro in there baking biscuits. It don't make sense. You know what I mean? It's a situation to go on that's involving other men. It don't make sense for your wife to go out there and start, or your girlfriend, or your kid's mother to go out there and start disrespecting other men when there's a man standing right there. That's what I mean when I say, yo, stay in your place. You know what I mean? Because if that man hit you, pow, and knock you out, you're gonna want the man in your life, whether it's your father, uncle, brother, cousin, boyfriend, kid's father, you're gonna want him to defend you. Usually with men, when women get out of the pocket, like, I'll be right back, man. I'm gonna get my little sister, get my cousin, or I'm gonna tell my girl. You get what I'm saying? Because men don't hit women. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. So when we talk about a place, that's what I think people be meaning about a place. My position is my position. You know what I mean? The center and the linebacker don't do the same thing. The point guard and the center don't power forward, don't do the same thing. They don't do the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes a position to make it a collective whole. And that's what I think about women take very, very, offensive when you be like, yo, stay in a woman's place. Because you can say, yo, a woman can say, yo, stay in a man's place. It makes sense. Because if a man's out of his place and not doing the things that a man's supposed to do, a woman got the right to check that. Vice versa. Like when you stepping out of a woman's place and you know you out of a woman's place, vice versa. But nowadays, those it's generation after layer, you never know how it's gonna turn out to be. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. So I like to get a bro opinion. I like the guy. I kind of like the Andrew Tate guy. The Andrew Tate guy is cool. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on him and check him out. But my man, I can't go a day. I cannot go a day. I cannot go a day. Thank you, Steve-O. Thank you. I'm glad you tapped in. That's my brother right there, Stephen Scott, Steve-O. He always sending me knowledgeable things. And now that he finally tapped into the channel, he finally got on the channel. Now when he send me stuff, now that I'm on, I could read it and be into it. Like, you get what I'm saying? And bro, real deep, man. Make sure y'all follow his channel, man. Bro, deep. I've been telling them to come out and create content that he haven't done it yet. But I'm glad he's starting in the channel. So that's just how I feel, bro. Everybody have a lane, bro. And there's no disrespect for you being in your lane. And it's no disrespect, no harm come from you being in your lane. None at all. None at all, bro. And that's what I feel. But I got to get back into you niggas already. Everybody already know I'm a Jay-Z fan, man. I'm really disturbed like the rest of the good men and women on this planet that we call Earth. And then on the shores of North America, man, we heard about King Hov. So they were speaking about Hov on one of those sports shows, ESPN, with Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley. And Shaq got up and walked out. Stephen A. Smith is defending Jay and saying that, they say, he said that people like, why you ain't defend Diddy like this? Because he said, I don't know Diddy. I really know Jay-Z. I really kicked it with Jay-Z. That's not his character. If you know Jay-Z, that's not his character. Then I respect that. When they spoke on the Jay-Z thing, Shaq got up and left. And then waited to the, waited to the commercial break and came back on set and trying to get back to the program. So certain dudes, and that's real right there. I like what Big Shaq did. Big Shaq got up and left like, bro, hold up, bro. I ain't even ready to get the plan. You know what I'm saying? With nothing like that or comment and nothing like that. That ain't what we here for. And then some people just do be jumping out their body. Some people do be jumping out their body, bro. I'm like, Casa, now I need a new game with you. You know what I mean? Later on today, I got the rest of my people, my little 60, 70 people in my chat, man. I'm going to have to tell them buy them a gamer chair. You know what I'm saying? I need a new gamer chair, man. It's all cooking and sloppy. I'm a big boy. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so Shaq walked out. So a lot of people did good business with Jay-Z. And then I like the decision that the commissioner, Roger Goodell, because everybody was just waiting for the NFL to fire Jay-Z or say they didn't want to part ways. But Roger Goodell, and he's a Caucasian, stepped up and said, we're not parting ways. One of the biggest organizations in America as far as television and sports is the NFL. NFL produce a lot of money and make a lot of dudes rich, a lot of celebs, and then they said they ain't parting ways with them. They part ways with Connor Kaepernick. They part ways with Ricky Williams. The NFL, it cut people off. My man, Ruggs, that did the crashing that was out there playing for the Raiders. You know what I mean? All these dudes got, get cut off for doing certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Roger gave Deshaun another chance. You know what I'm saying? He's dealing with Hovey because I guess Roger understand, you know, that you just can't go around just firing people or dismantling your business over allegations. You know what I mean? And the world is taking until this thing is over. I'm going to speak about the Jay-Z thing because I'm like, yo, bro, and I like the way that Jay-Z's carrying it. I like the way Jay-Z's carrying it. I like the approach that he's taking, bro. And I wish, and I'm not trying to be funny and no shade at all. Diddy should have took the same approach. Remember all those weeks Diddy was being quiet? Remember all those weeks that these allegations was going on with Diddy, that Diddy was being quiet and Diddy was being humble? Diddy was like, and then he came back out with that speech looking, just speaking his heart, but looking all deranged and looking all crazy and saying he's sorry. No, sir. You know what I mean? No, sir. He should have came up. Yeah, y'all got that. This is how I would have came up. I was big money Diddy. And these allegations are not true. And again, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is not facts. This is my opinion. If I were Diddy, right, and I got caught up in that, right, it's two ways. Either I'm knowing I'm doing this, or I'm knowing I'm doing this. It's three ways to go. Either I'm really doing this, either somewhat is true, or I really ain't into that and these people lying. So as soon as it came down, right, for one, when Cassie hit me with the lawsuit, right, I would have handled that a different way. And I'm not telling you I wouldn't have paid her. You know what I mean? But before I would have paid her, I would say, yeah, okay, that's what you're doing. That's what it is, daddy. You know what I mean? I would have probably settled out too. Not so soon though. Once she gave him that lawsuit, because things just don't happen in one day. Once she gave him that lawsuit, right, and told him that this is what they were seeking, right? He does the ultimate thing, right? And this is for all my jail dude. He called the trap from jail. You know what I mean? I'm just using that as an example, man. All my dudes understand that. He called the spot. He called from jail to the spot. That's what Diddy did when he settled out of court. When he settled out of court in 72 hours, that's equivalent to a dude getting caught up in something, and he calls the spot or the phone that he knows he's not supposed to call because he's scared and nervous. That's number one. Diddy came off scared. That's number one. He came off scared. Whether I'm telling you this, man. Dudes do crimes every day that they're guilty as charged of, but they don't come off scared. They don't come off scared. When you scared, they got you. And I think this is what happened with Diddy. The scared tactic, he settled out of court. He got his lawyers ripping and running and going to holler at people. Scared tactic. You get what I'm saying? The scared tactic. They got him. That's where I think Diddy fell at. And Jay-Z watching this unfold. So then they said that everybody was like, yo, Jay-Z wasn't saying nothing. He was ducked up. That's what you do. Because you got to say, you know, my man, like I said, whether he was doing this or whether he was not, it's my opinion. If he into something and they grabbed him, let me tighten up and pay attention, because all the news do is talk. Us content creators, vloggers, podcasters, radio personnel, everybody's talking about this. This is the talk of the town. You can't wake up in the morning without talking about this. You know this, I know this, the world know this, right? Jay-Z sitting back watching what's happening to Diddy, and he's practicing a defense. You get what I'm saying? You know how when you little and you young and you at school or whatever, and you see somebody get their ass whooped, and then you might be every morning you just practicing in the mirror and practicing in case it happened to you, you be able to defend yourself. I felt like that's what Jay-Z did. Cause he like, yo, some of the stuff that's going on with Diddy, he might, cause it's his man. So he might be like, man, they fucking with this man. This shit ain't right. So at the end of the day, it's a lot of dudes just sitting back saying, shit, if somebody try to do this to me, let me make my preparation, because it's a dirty game. They're playing the millionaires. And a lot of us, even the people that's watching this right now, we're not billionaires. We're not millionaires. So we don't know how those people carrying it. But trust me, in that motherfucking world with a lot of money, you come with people that want lawsuits. Got people that wake up in the morning to chase lawsuits, bro, that make a good, healthy living off of suing people and scamming their way through life. You have people out here like that, bro. You got people out here to do everything. So with Jay-Z knowing that, and this is my man, I gotta say to myself, and I know people be like, well, if you ain't guilty enough, why would you think of a defense? The police ain't bothering you, but they done knocked 7 or 8 dudes off in the neighborhood, not too far from me, but they ain't bothering you. You don't think that you need to prepare if they do bother you because you're saying what's going on? And then, like I said, then you know it's some lying, manipulative motherfuckers out here that's broke that want some cheese. And then you know it's thirsty lawyers that's willing to go under the ground to get some money for their self because they don't give a fuck about the clients. Tony Busby don't give 2 fucks about them clients. I'm just being honest with y'all. He doesn't give a fuck about those clients. I'm just being 100% about you. It's no client-attorney relationship and I'm here for you and I want to get you therapy. He's not seeking none of that. He's just seeking his 33% or whatever he get out of it. If he could get 10 million, he know that's 3.3 in his pocket. So he counting that out. He know if he get a million, he know that's 330,000. So he just counting that out. You know what I'm saying? He just counting that out. So all he know is a scam's a scam in a way to empty somebody out pockets because of accusers. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? He's not a prosecutor. He defends people in lawsuits. So his whole mission in life is money. You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z prepared for that. And that's why I think everywhere where he thought Diddy lacked, he lacked. As soon as I would have did the lawsuit, I'd have went on camera. I'd have said literally, hey, Cassie was my girlfriend for 11 years. Me and Cassie has been through domestic issues. We've been through our ups and downs. You get what I'm saying? You know, I know some of her secrets. She knows some of my secrets. Not saying that the secrets are detrimental, you know, or my secrets has been, you know, hurt anybody. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you know, I feel like what she know could be, you know what I mean, different. So we had a long relationship. So she called me up and she said that she was going to tell some things that I didn't feel like that should be publicized. Not saying these things was illegal or legal, but she said she's going to tell some things. I think she's in a financial crisis right now. She's my girlfriend. I love her. So, you know, she's mouthing off. I settled out of court, but she didn't even have to go to court. She had to offer that. She had to offer that. That's what I would have did. I would have started defending myself from day one. That's what Diddy failed at. I would have started defending myself from day one. I would have started defending myself because you know why? The difference between Diddy and Jay-Z, Jay-Z not a media person. He never been. Diddy is lights, camera, action. They would have been putting it on me. You know what I'm saying? You remember how the dude that pulled the shot the police head on Facebook Live and turned himself in and was telling everybody, hey, and he wound up beating that joint in Baltimore. If you from Baltimore, you know about that. So I just felt like Diddy ain't defending himself off the top, and then people wasn't defending. You know what I'm saying? People defending Jay-Z. I'm just keeping it 100. People defending Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Jay-Z's on sports talk. People defending Jay-Z, and then the NFL. That was just a big impact for Tony Busby. And if Tony Busby, a lawyer and as smart as he thinks, people not backing away from him in business, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. That kind of, to me, is a real big statement that my business partners are not walking away from me and not disassociating themselves from me because of these allegations. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing nothing for me because of these allegations. So I'm not losing my money. You get what I'm saying? As soon as the people said that about Diddy, everybody started pulling out on Diddy. You know, when he had to sell RiO, all these companies start pulling out. No companies pulling out on Jay-Z. That's a strong message. So that's saying he got power behind his punch. People are behind him. Defending oneself against the United States government can't be tricky. One will really know how to finesse against all the United States government. What up, Jacksonville kid? Yeah, Jacksonville kid. What up? I don't really know where you was going at with that, but I'm going at with this. I'm saying that Diddy should have been defending himself when it, you know, before the raid, when the Cassie shit, he should have just been defending himself. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What up? What's good? Diddy should have been defending himself. Jay-Z on day one start defending himself. And that's going to benefit him on day 10, 11, 12, and 13. He's saying, hell no, we ain't even playing like that. You get what I'm saying? And it's and the police tactics, they look at that. You know what I mean? If a dude sit calm and look and say, oh, I'm just gonna be quiet about it, or a dude to jump straight out there defending himself, and then a mask is vicious. That's what people gotta understand, the definition of a mask. So, you know, some people can lie good, some people can fake good. You get what I'm saying? Some people get nervous when they know that they did something. Some people can just totally hide it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that that's a, because you defend yourself, that's an innocent or guilty, you know what I mean, proven. No, I'm just saying standing up for yourself has just always been the right thing to do. And I just felt like Diddy wasn't standing up for himself, and you grew up on TV. Your business was entertainment, so you grew up on TV, and the same people that's crucifying you on TV, you should have loaded up that Glock and took it off safety to come back, because Jay-Z came back with a lawsuit. Man, I'm suing you. Now you playing games, you harassing me now, and I'm putting private investigators on you. I'm putting private investigators on some of the people in your lawsuit now, bro. Now I got a vicious law firm investigating your law firm. So now while you watching me and putting all this trumped up stuff together, I got people watching you and digging up everything they got on you. So they say this lawsuit, and this has turned into a Tony Busby, Sean Carter beef. That's what it's turned into. The victims and everything. It's going to go. This is going to go be out the silver shoe. Where the silver shoe ain't even going to get count no more. It's going to get thrown out. It's going to be personal against them, because then again, it's like black versus white type thing. He feel as though this super lawyer out of Houston, Texas, all these out for money, and he's getting fake people and unicorns to come here and say something that happened to him 24 years ago and playing games. Who else he did this to that ain't step up? Who else he did this to that just got scared and signed a disclosure and signed a check? You know what I mean? That's it. Whoever, you know what I'm saying, this can't never be brought up. Just like when you get in a car accident, insurance come, you can never bring it up again. Give them their money, get out of that. You know what I'm saying? And I say, yo, to go settle something out of court, to go to court and say, I'm going to pay you for raping you and knowing that I ain't raping you, that's some sucker shit. That's some sucker shit, bro. That's some sucker shit. And the people saying, oh, I get it. They're selling out of court so their legacy or their name. Hell no. I'm not selling for nothing I ain't do, bro. I'm not giving you a blue penny, a green penny, an orange penny, definitely not a red penny. Not giving you none of the pennies, bro. And not no penny if I didn't do something, bro. You know, I'm not selling out of court just to have a peace of mind so nothing hit in the public. What needs to hit in the public, what needs to be in the public is the truth. I'm defending my honor, bro. I'm defending my honor against fuck shit. You settle out of court if you was drunk one night and you made a mistake and hit somebody and they all right. You get what I'm saying? You settle out of court, bro. If you and your girlfriend got into a domestic dispute and she's wearing that against you and it's on your ring camera. You know what I'm saying? You settle out of court with a property war. You settle out of court for things of that nature. I don't settle out of court for no rape. Man, you crazy, man. You crazy. You don't settle out of court for no rape. So Jay-Z is going about things the right way. He going about things the right way, defending himself on day one. That's it, not 2, 3, 4, and not playing no games, being quiet. I stayed out of that Diddy shit. I stayed out of it just like anybody and anything. You work at a big company, they coming down on all the computer guys. Hey, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But at the end of the day, you don't know who trying to put you together, bro. But you still going to be able to protect yourself and make sure if they think that I had something to do with it, here's my paper trail to let you know I don't play like that. That's it. That's all, man. That's just the game. And I just feel like, yo, my man, King Ho, Big Jay-Z, who's been in this business 30 years and been doing a lot for himself, bro. He just been doing a lot for himself, bro. He's been making good business relationships and making things happen for himself, bro. So he's not going in these rooms getting gotten over. You know what I'm saying? He's been Rockefeller to Rock Nation. It's always been preaching the importance about getting what's yours. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think the man selling out of court, bro. He don't play like that. And that's just where I stand at with it. That's just where I stand at with it, 100%. I stand with him, bro. 100%. I stand with the guy 100%, bro. And Wiz Khalifa went early on in the show. If you seen the show when it first started, Wiz Khalifa was speaking out on Drake. And I like to piggyback back and forth off of my top list, not to get off the Jay-Z and Diddy thing. I'm going to get right back to that. But Wiz Khalifa, and you know, he's a peaceful guy, and he really doesn't speak about rappers. But on Club Shay Shay, he asked him about that, and he said, man, that's Drake type shit. So basically what he's saying, man, Drake been a coon. That's what he's saying. Because I always got to throw a shot at all Drake fans and supporters real quick. Got to throw a shot at Drake because what you did is out of order, man. What you did is out of order. It's like, man, you and your homeboy got into something, you called the police on him. Drake called the police on Kendrick Lamar. That's what Drake did. Drake called the police on Kendrick Lamar. That's how I look at it. He got mad. They was fighting. He got the best of him in the fight, and he called the police. He called the police and told the man he had illegal dogs in his yard. That's what he doing with the lawsuit. So I can't just never forget that. And Wiz Khalifa was on Club Shay Shay talking about many things. Check out that interview. But he was just saying, man, that's Drake type shit. Basically, what do you expect? Drake do shit like that. Like Drake been a sucker. That's basically what Wiz say. Drake been a sucker. And I don't think I ever heard of Wiz Khalifa and Drake track. Have Wiz Khalifa and Drake done music before? Leave that in the comments. And I'm a Wiz fan, and I never really heard Wiz and Drake. I don't think I heard Wiz and Drake before. I just don't think I heard Wiz Khalifa and Drake ever. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, business is business. They're both superstars, of course. I mean, for me, Drake and Wiz Khalifa is on the same level. But to some people, Drake definitely sell more records and have more going on than Wiz. But, you know, they both rock star level. You know what I'm saying? Make tons of money. But Wiz, man, spoke on it. And a lot of dudes spoke on it. And 50 spoke on it on Come Home with Fleet, Cameron podcast. He spoke on it like nobody never did that shit, bro. Like that's some shit that, like I said, bro, like that's some shit that just unforgivable, bro. Like Drake's a legend. He's not a legend for a good thing. He's a legend being the first rapper to ever call the police on another rapper. And calling the police meaning calling the attorneys to get them to investigate numbers. That's all that is. You calling your attorney to get them to go investigate numbers, and then you go and investigate numbers on the big dogs, the unseen hand. You know what I mean? You started rocking out with everybody. NFL must have set you down and said, boy, come on, Drake, we're going to get you some money, Drake. That's what the NFL must have said to you because, you know, I told you OVO and the NFL has a collaboration. And so I don't think he's going to try to sue the NFL to play games like that. But Drake caught the police, bro, and that's just the truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Now back to what I was talking about with Diddy. Yeah, Diddy didn't defend himself from day one. Diddy was always saying he'd have his day in court. You know that regular BS. Hell no. I would have started saying, man, they lying. Half of them people came to my parties and my after party and wanted to party, and that's what we did. I'd have started calling their names out. You know, I'd have started calling their names out. You know what I mean? And then this is one thing that's probably going to work in Diddy's favor. I can honestly say, they saying, everybody saying, even with the 13-year-old girl, and hey, I'm not saying that's right at all. I don't agree with raping no women, no 13-year-old girl, but I don't believe that it's actually a 13-year-old girl. But they saying that a 13-year-old girl signed a consent. So most of this stuff, so when you sign a consent saying that you be here, bro, you know you can't really go sue. So these people signing these consents and now going against the consent, that's what this is? I just started about that. It came to my top of the head because I heard that a lot. Oh, they signed a consent. They signed a consent. They signed a consent. Come on, you can't make a child sign a consent without their parent, bro. You know what I'm saying? And usually when you could sign a consent, you know, people, you could just sign it, but people just usually want to see your ID. People want to get notarized or something to make it stick. And I don't think that the brother is just that stupid. You know, I just don't think, you know what I mean, signing consent. It's just weird, bro. I think it's going to be a merry-go-round show with this thing. But I just felt like Diddy should have took the Jay-Z approach. Maybe Jay-Z seen Diddy get grabbed first and was able to come up in his mind. But I don't believe it. And I think we got a long way to go. But Jay-Z and Brad Busby, bro, they oppositions. They like, that's J-Op. Like, boy, you put in a lawsuit against me, like, and, you know, Jay-Z done sued companies before, and I'm quite sure business things, but this type of shit, bro, I wouldn't like that lawyer either. And then I'm just saying, they investigating each other. They're investigating each other. And you got to think, Tony Busby, he's a lawyer. He know law. He's from Houston. Usually Houston, Texas people look out for Texas people. That's what I would always say. Texas people look out for Texas people. If you're born and raised in Texas, in some of those towns and cities in Texas, you know what I mean? They got their wars, they got their beefs, they got their parts that don't stick together. That's the world. But most of all, when it's like politics and that type of shit, them Texas people stick together. You get what I'm saying? That's why he put his lawsuit in Texas. And Jay know that he doesn't have no win, so he put his lawsuit in California. And maybe put one in New York. But, Busby trying to do it in his backyard where he has the judges stuff in their pocket. And you know what I'm saying? It's some business. It's a chess move. That's what you do. But I really think that this going to really be personal because, like I said, I don't believe it. But when a man proved that this shit ain't true, bro, that's going to make me look at like a lot of those attorneys that sued these guys for certain shit, bro. Because like I said, bro, certain things happen to a woman or a man, whoever it happened to, bro. You don't really want conversation. You want to be compensated for it. You know what I'm saying? You will think of money after your justice. You know what I mean? OJ got found not guilty, and then Ronald Goldman and Nicole Simpson family sued the OJ estate after he was found not guilty. So they just felt like they wanted to bar him. Oh, you got found not guilty, but you're the reason that this happened. You know what I'm saying? We still believe it. So civil court is different from, criminal court. I think that the ways that they find you guilty or what their findings are different. But OJ was found not guilty at first. So to the court of law, he didn't do nothing. To the civil court, he still got sued for hella money. And it was still paying that shit off. Like they was stinging OJ, you know what I mean, for getting found not guilty. You know what I mean? But OJ had a lot going on, but we don't know. But all we know is that they say that you innocent until proven guilty. So OJ was proven not guilty, but was treated like guilty. He was guilty. You know what I'm saying? And that's if you remember the OJ case, so you go look it up. That's just how it was for OJ. OJ, like one of the dudes that I seen in America get found guilty, but treated like he was found guilty and given 30 years. You know what I mean? Everything with everything Wiz came out was a hit. You know what I mean? Wiz is a star in his own kind, but also the fact that Wiz Khalifa loves the cannabis, and that kind of like took a lot of things that Wiz could have did out the picture. Particularly Drake could get more things. He's clean cut. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do a lot of things that a lot of artists do. See, a lot of artists might make money, and it's because it's billions of dollars in the industry, but a lot of artists are really, 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 really careful. You know what I'm saying? With what they do because they know certain money won't come their way. Wiz Khalifa doesn't really care about that. He wanted his money to come from what he loved the most, and that's cannabis and Khalifa Cuts and all the strands and the guys that he deal with raw. That's his thing, music and the cannabis and fashion. That's all Wiz ever been about was, young, wild, and free. It's the definition of Wiz Khalifa. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a cool, laid back dude, man. He's like Snoop, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Wiz Khalifa's gonna have a long career like Uncle Snoop. You know what I mean? That's just it. Laid back dudes, bro. Just laid back dudes know how to make money. Don't be too much in the media eye. You know what I'm saying? But he getting money though. He get money. He could hit the road and make a big bag. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he love to do. You know what I mean? You don't really hear too many people saying nothing bad about Wiz. You know what I'm saying? Wiz ain't into that. Like J. Cole and Wiz and Currency and certain dudes just not into that, bro. And they don't really get caught up in that. So it is good rappers out here that make good music that have had hits that don't be into that, don't be getting into a lot of shit, bro. Because they about they paper. A Boogie with the hoodie. A Boogie, you don't be hearing A Boogie caught up in a whole bunch of shit, bro. There are a couple of little fights and shit, but you don't be saying A Boogie getting caught up. Some dudes is really about their paper. 2 Chainz. You don't be saying 2 Chainz get caught up. The list goes on for rappers that I know personally just don't be getting caught up. You get what I'm saying? They just don't be getting caught up and they ain't into that. You get what I'm saying? And if they do get caught up, it's because of their entourage or some other shit, but they don't really be getting caught up in the dumb shit. There's artists out here that's really about their paper. 100% about it, man. But listen, man, I thank y'all for tapping in, man, this morning with me on this beautiful December the 12th day, 2024, man. A few more days left to this year, man. We're going to kill them. We tapping in with 6 in the morning, early in the morning to just, kind of like creating a new show. Have 5,000 in the morning, so I'm just getting up and getting myself used to it. Man, I hope y'all appreciate my content, man. I hope y'all appreciate tapping in. And I really appreciate y'all. And all I ask is, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos, take clips, make reels, whatever you're going to do, just tag me in, man. Follow me on all social media platforms, Raw Dope Podcast, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. It's RDP English, RDP Raw Dope Podcast English, but it's just I used all letters on Facebook. Got Facebook groups, Raw Dope Podcast, Facebook. Just tap in with us, Raw Dope Podcast, man. The people's chat, man. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast.